That's what you've been up to?
That.
Oh.
Dealing with that. Constantly.
Yeah, it's a never-ending battle.
I don't think battle's the right word.
Well, maybe not, but you know what I mean. It's a constant.
It's definitely a constant.
It's definitely a constant. And here I'm thinking about getting another dog.
You out your mind.
Watch out! No!
Get out of there, Vision!
No!
Hey! Get out of there, Dick. For that, you prick. Bruce supposedly bringing a doobie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he supposedly got one from the dispensary.
Okay.
Gosh, must be nice. The rich dude buying shit from the dispensary. No,
yeah.
actually it's not.
I mean,
He buys carts, that's his thing.
It is what it is.
No, he uses carts, that's one of the reasons he goes there. Because, you know, he's got to be more not stinky.
Right.
My shit's not made for professionals.
No.
So, I watched some of the judges today.
You watched them?
Yeah, they weren't really judging. They were just like talking about. They do a show. It's called Medical Mondays.
Oh, okay.
Pretty decent show. Just dudes sitting there getting high, talking about cannabis stuff. But next week they're gonna actually do. They're supposedly gonna talk about the stuff that they in the competition. We'll see. We'll see if it's just them talking about their fucking.
They might highlight you.
Yeah, well, their sponsors, because that's like. What the fuck? It was how do you say it? He said, yeah, all the stuff was really like there was some bad stuff in there, but you know, 60% of the stuff in Michigan was really good because there's a dude from New York that was a judge.
Okay.
He's like, but you could just tell that the top stuff was like the love that they put into it. And it's like, kind of felt like a stab.
No.
You know?
No.
But, you know, I know it's not. It just felt like it because I'm still a little butthurt for no reason.
Don't be that. You're okay, man.
Oh, I know I'm okay.
You're just fine.
Oh, I know.
Just keep doing what you're doing.
As I'm getting butthurt and feeling shitty, my cousin sends me a fucking message. My cousin Kelly. She's like, because her mom, my aunt, yelled, "The fuck's with the skunk?" And she got out the car. She says all her people up there say it's the best tasting shit.
Oh, your stuff up there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I give her half every so often.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I was like, aw, thanks. Now I don't feel so bad.
You shouldn't feel bad at all.
I don't really. And I don't mean to come off as I feel like they did it on purpose. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't think the dudes were like, oh, this is the home dude. I think it's just, it's shit they've smoked before, so it had a, you know, familiar, like if you were in a competition and you all of a sudden Dead popped up, you may not recognize it as Deadhead.
But I would still recognize it for what it was.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, there's no denying what it is.
Which I think I'm going to change the name.
Everybody.
I told you that, right?
Yeah.
Someone came up with a good name. You ready?
Go ahead.
The 1% OG.
Oh.
Think about it, because it is 1%. Like, there's not many, you're not going to...
That is, I like that name.
Yeah, you're not going to find it.
I like that.
In any places.
It's ingenious.
Either that or 1% OG, but I think the 1%.
The 1%.
Yeah. And you got to put OG on there so people know it's OG.
Of course.
Oh, he's angry about it. He's going to tell it. He's showing off.
He just got it made. Like, look at him. living the life. Living the damn life.
So you heard about the blood thing?
The what?
The blood test?
What blood test?
Supposedly they're trying to work out that they stop taking blood tests for cannabis for the state of police.
Oh yeah, right.
Due to the fact that it's
Yeah, because it's not accurate.
Yeah, because it could be CBD.
Yes. Then be able to isolate it, where it's just. You understand what I'm saying?
I know, but it's a percentage that's in your blood. But what if your percentage is just high?
Because you smoke all the time.
Yeah. Or you're on edibles all the time because you need them for pain.
We don't have to worry about that stuff. What? That's not going to affect us.
That's our state we're talking about. The state police.
Yeah.
It's a system they use.
Well, how often do you come in contact with the state police?
Not very often.
Exactly.
Up down here.
That's
there's
the
actually a state boy over there. You just never see him.
You were growing right around the corner from the state boys.
I know. You never see them. Unless you're there, unless you're right there.
Right.
They're never around. I don't see them anywhere else. They must patrol. I think they stay up in the fucking...
They do.
The northern part.
They do.
Of the country.
Predominantly.
Yeah.
Every now and then they have to come down here for a week or two, you know.
Also, I watched a video on the Uvalde shooting the kids. Wow. Like, the way these cops just fucking shit the bed. Like, they lied. Did you...
It's pathetic.
Hold on. Do you remember, like, how did it happen? What happened? Like, what's the story you know about what happened?
Isn't that the one where the guy came in the side door?
Came inside?
The door was supposed to be... I think they said the door was ajar.
Okay.
It was supposed to be locked. And they have photographs of him coming in through that door.
No.
I mean...
It's actually... The teacher shut the door. But he still got in, because I don't think there's any...
Well, must not have been a lock on the door. He just opened the door. He walked up there.
I don't think there is a lock on the door.
Yeah, because he just walked up there and did like that and walked in.
That's what but they said that the teacher left the door unlocked, but that wasn't true. They also said the dude barricaded himself in. But no one ever checked the door to see if it was barricaded. And it wasn't. He shot kids while the cops were sitting outside.
Standing around.
398 cops.
Standing around.
398 cops.
Standing around.
Unfucking believable that there was like 4 kids that probably could have survived if it wasn't for the...
It was more than that could have survived. And they went right in like they should have done. But they were afraid to get shot.
They were arrest parents. Like, this one parent has to deal with the fact that she's going to have to go to court for going in and getting her kids out of a classroom.
Yep. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's kind of insane.
It is insane.
It's insane. Because the whole video was kind of about how they just kind of lie about everything. Like, Breonna Taylor died because they lied about drugs going
the warrant. And when they thought they were going to get caught, they tried to cover it up.
Well, they didn't try to cover it. They just cover it up anyway. It's not even it's just how they... Like, when they... Yeah, they just say what they want to say.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at the George Floyd...
Just look at how long the police probably been killing niggas, man, all across the United States for years and years and years and years. And it never got their propers. Never. And now that I found out, a lot of the policemen in these different jurisdictions are Ku Klux Klan members. Or Aryan Brotherhood and shit like that, man. It's crazy. But see, that's the whole problem with America. It's almost too free.
Hey, what's up, Mike McGrew says, hey, what's up, guys?
You're up. I'm up.
Obviously.
Big ups.
Wearing the ebb and flow, repping the town.
Smoking this smoke. Choking it, choke.
I know it's odd, man. But it was just the accounts, the way they talked about it.
Yeah.
Like they're literally on TV lying,
Yeah.
and nothing will be done.
They didn't want to blame this one. This was it. No, I wasn't in charge. This guy was in charge. It was just, fuck all that. How you gonna stand around and kids getting slaughtered, not murdered, getting slaughtered, and you're gonna stand around? Your job, as you well know, you're supposed to run toward danger.
So, let's change, because it is kind of dark.
Well, yeah, it's dark, but I mean, it is what it is.
He says he loves him some ice cream cake. What's some of your all-time favorite strains?
Ooh.
I mean, Rudy's going to say everything that came before we were born.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Although, Trainwreck was a good one. Do you remember Trainwreck?
I never had a good train wreck. I don't like the flavor. It was a weird, musky, gross flavor.
Oh, those Trainwreck was some good. How about L.A. Woman?
Never had it. Again, I don't think I had the real train wreck. Train wreck's supposed to be like a haze.
Did you ever have Cleaner?
Nope.
Oh, man.
I haven't had a lot of strains. I've only really smoked my weed. Minus the stuff we've done in the
Well, because of going to club meetings and stuff like that, you get to experience a lot of different strains.
Yes, Hempley Life asked if we've had any of the Mike Tyson strains yet. Yeah,
Yes.
we actually did a show on the Knockout OG.
If you go back and check in our
Was
archives,
not impressed.
if you go back and check in the archives, you'll find that show.
But you can. The thing is it's got it like. We haven't had any of the Tyson from Tyson's actual
farms
in Vegas.
We had something that they call.
No, it was his stuff, but it was stuff that he. Because again, if you're gonna sell it in Michigan, you have to grow it in Michigan. You can't grow it somewhere and ship it here. So it meant that he had to get bring his cut
here,
grow it, had a company grow it. Whether or not he ever saw that weed,
but
but it wasn't very good.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, it was not very good weed. It was like.
Well, it wasn't memorable, so it must not have been that
it was
good.
like it was a. I think we gave it a 4.
Okay.
I can't remember because it was. I just remember being really disappointed when the little tiny buds fell out of the package.
Yeah.
And it was kind of flat, because it was in a package, like the flat zip package. So,
Yeah.
It
I remember.
Squished. I don't know. It was very disappointing. But, I don't know, we're going to try to find some shit. Yeah, I want to get there. One of these days I'm going to try to go, I'm hoping next winter, because we're doing a vacation next week to go golfing.
Okay.
So I'm hoping next winter we can hit Vegas. I'm hoping I've, gotten to a point where I can afford to pay for a trip to Vegas and go stay and play golf in Vegas for a weekend.
Check you out.
Just
Check you out.
Says the guy trying to go to Thailand.
Ooh, trying my ass. I'm going to Thailand. They got a lot of golf courses in Asia too. You know that, don't you?
Oh, I know. I played some of them.
Yes, a lot
They
of them.
do. They do on my simulator league that I play in every Thursday. We played Asian courses.
Yeah.
Definitely Korea. I've been in Korea and Japan.
Back when I had a PlayStation, I had that golf simulator. And I played a lot of different golf courses all around the world.
Right. It says I'm from out of state, but I found Cloud Cannabis has good deals. I think we had Cloud because Cloud was in the competition, so there's videos of that too. Koh Samui, Thailand looks great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sounds like a place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I've lost train of thought.
See, in Thailand, it's a little more expensive not a lot more expensive, but it's a little more expensive than the Philippines. But they got a better infrastructure.
Their weed is going to be better. They're actually going legal as shit, aren't they?
Yeah.
I believe you. I didn't think it was a joke.
Yeah.
The name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't. I just don't think I said it right. I assume I didn't say it right.
Say it again.
Koh Samui.
Say it again.
Ko Sum Wee. That's how it come. Like, but I'm sure I'm not pronouncing it right.
Probably not.
No. I am not very good with other languages. It's one of those things that I know I need to do, but it's hard to start due to the fact that I spend so much effort trying to make sure I don't fucking like lose everything. So it's like
I'm not good with languages.
all
period.
this computing power. 90% of it is
I'm not good with
because
languages.
you never tried.
Oh, what? Oh? Of course I tried. I had Spanish in school,
Yeah, I know,
but I
but
didn't retain that shit.
you had Spanish in school. You're 74 years old.
Hello?
You didn't retain it because you don't fucking speak it. Anything you do, you gotta you still have to
Yes.
do it.
Yes,
Into-
Professor.
Well, it's truth, is it not? Am I
Yes,
wrong?
Professor. Professor Weed.
Yeah, you know it.
Yeah, you're right. But I just don't have that aptitude for languages. I just don't have it.
Everyone has it. It's just about
Well,
learning.
it's way down in there. I can go way down in the cellar to get it.
Again, back to the point where we're like surviving, and surviving takes up 90% of the fucking processing power.
I'm sure if I lived somewhere, I would pick it up.
Yes.
I would pick the language up.
Yeah,
without a
you would
doubt.
start learning it.
Yeah,
That's
you would.
different.
Just like you have to learn the money.
That's the best way to learn languages if you're going to. That's what you ever heard of. Have you ever seen the movie Eat, Pray, Love?
No,
Julia Roberts?
no.
It's a book. Go if you're going. Don't growl and then.
See, the thing is, in Thailand, I think about 60% of the people speak English. In the Philippines, like 89% of the people speak English.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But I'll get by.
That book was one of the books that started me on my journey.
Your journey of,
This,
yeah.
it was. The premise is she's got a good life. She's an editor at a fucking fancy magazine. You know what I'm saying? Her husband's like making six figures. They live in a fucking big ass Hampton house.
Well-to-do.
Well-to-do, but every night she cries herself. She's crying on the bathroom floor hysterically.
Huh.
Like her life is just not, for some reason.
Something ain't right.
Something ain't right.
Something ain't right.
So basically, she ends up getting divorced. She goes to. Oh, where is it over there? It's Bali. She goes to Bali.
I got a friend living in Bali right now.
So in Bali, she meets a wise man, and the wise man, that's what she's there for, is I think to do a story on him or some shit like that. And when she meets him, he says, "You'll come back in a year and teach me English.
And I'm going to teach you. Well, I know the story.
I'm gonna teach you everything."
Yeah, I know the story. How do I know the story? And that she was in that house, that weird house?
I don't know. No, I don't know the house. I'm just because then she goes home.
It was in the story.
Yeah,
about the house.
he lived. No, it wasn't a house. It was more like because what happens is she goes home, gets divorced, and then goes and writes the book and gets the idea for the book. And the book is she's going to spend 6 months in Italy, learning how to speak Italian, while living love. Like you know how Italian.
Yeah.
She finds a dude that she ends up hooking up with the whole time she's there. You know what I'm saying? Has passion.
Didn't she end up in Japan?
No, she ends up in. Her next one is a Buddhist monk, or she ends up in a,
Okay.
in a monastery.
Asian. So someone in Asia.
Well, she spends 6 months in the monastery.
Right, okay.
That's where she finds God because she's like living in the monastery to the point where you pray, like you have scheduled prayer
Yeah.
all the time. And
Yeah,
it's-
all the time.
And
all
she
day.
does. It's not like what I do where I sit and just
No, it's
contemplate.
devotee type
It's like
prayer. Yeah, devotee
you gotta
type
make
prayer.
the fucking noise and
Yeah,
she
you
ends up.
gotta be into it.
By the end of it, she ends up meeting God, is
Elevate.
what she said. No, she literally says she talks to God.
Okay.
Whatever God is.
Whatever it is to her.
Yeah. And then she goes to Bali, and that's where she finds love. But she ends up in Bali to teach that dude English.
Yeah.
And like the thing that always stuck out to me, that's something that he said, is what Westerners have it wrong when they think of heaven and hell. It's not bad or good, it's just up or down. And he constantly spends time in both. Because he's one of those dudes that like, is supposed to be like a healing guy.
Yeah, shaman type.
Real shaman-like. So supposedly he can leave and go from plane to plane.
He can travel.
Type thing. And that's what he, you know. And then she ends up meeting some guy and falls in love. And I don't know what happens after that. I don't really remember. But she, you know, writes the book. Book gets turned into a movie with Julia Roberts plays the lead. You know?
I never saw the movie.
I never saw the movie either.
I'm up on the book. I didn't read it. I heard it was what do you call it?
Audiobook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually read it. That was back when I had glasses.
I gotta go get glasses.
I should have them. They probably would help me read. But it's just I gotta do it. And again, I have so many other things in my head I need to do.
I got a bunch of shit I gotta do too, so it gets done when it gets done.
Right?
That's all I can say. I'm done with living under pressure and shit like that. No more of that for me. No deadlines, no pressure.
I hope so.
I'm just gonna do what the fuck I wanna do until I don't wanna do it.
I mean,
So that means smoking a lot of weed here.
yeah. Yeah, even then. But we couldn't have done a live show even if we went out there.
We couldn't?
No, they don't have any kind of internet.
Oh,
Their service
right.
out there. I don't know what kind of service like you would have to have. We are smoking. This is 18, I think.
18?
Yeah. Just a kind of a lemony OG. From what people tell me. I don't know. It's gassy.
Now, don't they have a system where a portable system that you can carry around with you with a small generator
To get service?
to do outside stuff, do mobile stuff?
Yeah, but that's just normally you're in a place where there's Wi-Fi or there's actual service.
Right.
But being way the fuck out there. What are you smoking on a mic? Let's see how I interacted.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I know.
I guess you're getting the hang of it, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely.
Very slowly.
Very surely.
Man, I smoked some Deadhead today that had some white ash.
That's a what?
Super white ash. It was like,
Really?
not even just white ash. It had that line of resin.
Mm-hmm.
That thick,
You can see it around, yeah.
like super wet.
Mm-hmm. Look, yeah.
Like
It's shiny, it's so wet.
shiny. It's wet. Like dripping.
Yeah.
Looks like, and it's like starting to.
I love to see that
oh,
shit.
God.
Then sometimes it gets so bad, it goes in your mouth or on your lip, and it's hard to get off. Because it's sticky, icky.
All right, so we got. Mike said he likes some lemon dos and some orange kush for good fruity.
Oh, do-si-do.
Do, yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Do-si-do was good.
He says, I got me some great cookies from Pure Ohio Medicinal.
Is he in Ohio?
Yes, he's not in Michigan. Huh. How much would that set you back down there? And then we got Bill Clues smoking Hill. No, I thought it said Hill. It definitely says Hell. Hellbilly flour, 33%.
Hellbilly.
Garlic OG cured sugar.
Damn.
What is cured sugar?
I don't know. I guess it's a strain.
Pure Michigan bud. Nice. Yeah, I'm in Ohio with the card. It's only 88 for a half. That's not nearly as bad as I thought it would be.
No. Wait a minute. 88 for a half.
Yeah.
For half an ounce?
Yeah.
$88.
Yeah. From the dispensary wherever he's going down
Hey.
in Ohio.
Does it get you hot?
I'm hoping so. Oh, concentrate, Dad. Basically, keep between butter and lime resin.
Butter.
It's so terrible on price. Medical bud here is so terrible on price. Usually it's $120. Damn. That's rough.
What's rough?
Paying $120 for shitty weed.
Oh.
I mean, if it's For an ounce, it's like $2.40, no deal. For an
Oh,
ounce,
it's 120 for a half an ounce.
yeah, normally, yeah, and he got that other stuff on the deal, I assume. So like, it's
I mean, you know, oh,
88 gave him a Woody say to go get some. Yeah, I guess so. Fuck.
woo.
You don't want to know what I charge. You'll zap in your pants.
Yeah, yeah, go get that real quick.
How many plants can you grow? Can you grow plants in Ohio?
I don't know.
I'm asking him. I'm not asking you.
Oh, you're looking at me though.
Well, what am I supposed to be doing? Yeah, I can't. No, we can't. They can't grow. You can't grow anything? Oh my god, that sucks balls.
Oh, really?
That's
Wow.
insane. They fucking cornered the market.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's deep.
That's crazy.
They shafted. Most people drive to Michigan still. Yeah, I mean that would make sense.
Oh, coming to Michigan to get
Because I'm sure the shit around the borders are just bang.
Oh, I know they are. Yeah.
Oh man.
Down there in Monroe and Flat Rock,
Dude,
they're probably
Tom said
knocking
they
it
were
out.
paying. Dudes were walking up 1,500 pounds.
Really?
Like, oh, you got pounds? I got half pound. Nope.
200 pounds.
Oh yeah. And you know what they are? They're dudes from other fucking states showing the fuck up and getting that shit and then flipping it for fucking $5.
Yep.
Depending on where they're going.
They're making a decent profit. Let's put it that way.
Alright. Not legally allowed to grow anything at all. Just medical, and it's hard to get. Most people still drive to Michigan. I'm planning on moving from Indiana to Michigan within the next couple of years. Just get my legal grow going. Nice. I've heard people go to Michigan and get it at Cloud sometimes for 79 an ounce. Yeah, I'm sure they do. But I'm sure it's about the same shit.
Yeah.
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 Cloud, I know Cloud. I'm pretty positive. I know a dude that knows the guys that own that.
Cloud.
Yeah. I'm pretty positive I played disc golf with them. Because I remember him. It's one of those ones that sticks out because they were definitely in the Cannabis Cup because they're the ones that I'm pretty sure they gave us a lighter. Like they had like shit in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lighter and a fucking grinder and.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's who it was. Cloud. Oh, dude, shit. I know I didn't throw it away. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't bought weed from a dispensary in so long. He fell for it once, never again. 79 an ounce. Yeah, it's good, but
79 an ounce.
Special, just good prices.
79 an ounce?
So, yeah, that's what it was. 79 an ounce, not 79 and a half. Wow.
That's good and cheap. But does it get you high?
80, 100, 125 ounces. OG Deluxe was pretty smooth. Yeah.
What's up, boys?
Yodely, what's up, man?
How are you, girl?
Back it up, kids.
Brought presents. Hold on.
I got some OG from there. It's pretty smooth. Yeah. All right. Who's out there? Is that Phaedra? Is that Phaedra out there? Did you hear Phaedra? No, they ain't buying it no more. I cried wolf too many times. She's like, I'm not falling for that shit again. I was walking her, had her at the park, and these two ladies and a dude were walking by, and the lady like, oh, she's a female. Oh, she's sexy. That's what she said about Hazy. I was like, oh, I guess so.
Get that
I gotta go
water.
get that weed. I forgot.
Get that water.
Okay, you wanna try a piece of bread?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
I never know when you're talking to me. Sit it out. What's up, man?
What's shaking?
You? Thank you, sir.
You wanna try a piece of bread?
Yes.
Hey.
Eat them. These bad boys are each 40%.
What?
This one's 43.
Get the fuck out of here.
What? Mm-mm.
Read it.
That's what they say. Alright. Oh, it's
Made
got
up.
a tip.
Is this that ooh-wee? Is that this that ooh-wee?
What's ooh-wee mean?
Oh, you never heard that joke? By Martin Lawrence?
Oh, is that what that's where that came from?
He would buy some weed, and the guy sold him some ooh-wee, and he went crazy on the weed.
Oh.
Running up
This
down the
is
street
made
and
up in
shit.
Oxford. This is where they grew it.
Oxford, Michigan?
Yeah, they definitely were one of the first to get in.
Hey, come back.
Total terpene is 1.5. You know what the deadhead tested at when I did the terpene test?
What?
3.5.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's the thing, when you get like high THC, sometimes you're sacrificing the terpene.
This one only has 1.2.
I'm gonna... Over odds, how many times I hit this? We'll say 2.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
2 times.
Over under.
I
I always say, because I listen to a lot of sports.
I'm going over it.
I'm
Okay.
going over too.
Sportscast. And that's like... Okay, so this is... We're gonna try... oh, this is a while since we've actually got to review something. Thanks.
Oh.
Thanks,
Well, I
buddy.
bought like 6.
Jesus.
I bought these 2 juicy ones are with me though. The other ones are just normal.
So, Sweet Relief Hybrid, it's Common Citizen, 1 gram infused, whole flower broad. Oh, that's why. That's why it's so fucking high.
There's stuff in it, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's distillate in it.
Oh.
Spectrum distillate,
It's an additive.
which is the shit you smoke.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they put that in the joint.
Oh,
Okay.
it's no black man's dick. But
That's why. That's why it's
43%.
43%. It
Ingredients.
is a black man's dick.
Oh, it's got diamonds in it too. It's got cannabis flower, THCA diamonds, THC distillate, and terpenes.
Then where did you bring us, man?
That's from, I went to Oxford to one of their shops.
Am I
and
gonna
it's
trip
like
out? Am I gonna trip out,
Diamond
man?
infused.
It's like a grower up there, and they were just like, "Hey, this is you should try these. They're special like house joints that they have rolled for them, and
Mm-hmm.
they sell them. And it's just enough to get you fucked up. Meant to be shared between 12 guys at a high school party kind of joint. It's good bread.
You like that?
Yeah, real good.
I got a high gluten.
I mean, it'd be
flour.
better if it was warm with a little butter on it.
Shut the fuck up, you whiny. So, I've been trying to get this. I want to use this stuff called Sir Lancelot. It's a high gluten flour that's a little more artisan, so it's like the better cut of the grass. Well, I found it finally in a bag that I could actually buy for $11 instead of fucking $50 for 50 pounds. And I'm gonna try that, and I'm hoping that gives me that flavor with a little more chew, so a little more space, bubbles, in a sense.
Yeah, because that was very dense.
Yes, I want it to be less dense. So I might actually have to. I think it's. I don't know. I gotta figure out whether it's not. Hold on. That's 2. Let's let it sit for a second.
Just let it meditate.
I should have said
I
2.
told it was gonna be over. I told
I
it
know,
was
2
gonna be
is a
over.
real bad.
I know.
That's why I don't gamble.
Say 2 is just like a. I don't even know if you're going to be able to rate it after just 2 hits.
Yeah, I know. I got some OG 2 Deluxe. It's pretty smooth. I always like to get some Keith powder and throw it in my mouth with a little was. Oh my god, it's good. These joints look fire. They're
Are there people talking about you right now?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I
It
don't
has an
know.
interesting taste.
Waxy man. Okay, I like taking like
Wait, then I need to correct. If there are actually people thinking, I got this in Lapeer, not Oxford. Lapeer.
Look here.
Well, these guys are in Ohio. They're not.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, one's in Indiana, one's in Ohio.
Whoa!
Sit and go blue. That's all I have.
Like Ohio, fucked. Like they did some dirty to their people. They gave them medical, but they said you can't grow any.
In Ohio.
Fuck Ohio. Fuck everything about Ohio.
Damn!
That's
They hate the color red.
Damn! That's cold-blooded.
I will tell you this. I was like in high school, and I was driving somewhere, and we ended up in Ohio cruising, and there's all of a sudden just like hills. And it felt like I was out in like the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Yeah.
And my brother's like, we're in Ohio, and I was like, there's no way. He's like, this is Ohio, dude.
Yeah, well, you know, what touches Ohio?
Oh, he called you a Peter Puffer.
The bottom of Ohio.
What's a Peter Puffer?
What touches the bottom of Ohio?
A Peter Puffer. It's Peter. Peter, your dick. I'm in Indiana and I come up every week to Michigan. So if you're in Indiana, is it closer to come to Michigan than it is to go to, say, Illinois, where it's legal? Because again, I'm curious.
Sorry,
Because
I've been just babysitting.
I don't know what part of, if you're, because you could be in one part of Indiana.
But Indiana's close.
What?
It's not that far away from Michigan.
I know, but so what are you doing?
I'm just looking at the computer. I wish I had mine.
It's not a very good one.
Yeah, I mean, you can drive from here to
Okay,
Indiana.
but Indiana's fucking. But so is Illinois. Illinois is close to Indiana too. They're like borders. They border each other.
Yeah.
But there's more border in Indiana. Like if you're down here in Indiana, you want to drive all the way up, or you just go over. You get what I'm saying? Like the state's this big compared to this long, and it's only this much. Yeah, I know. More expensive and worse bud, honestly. Okay, see, they answered my question.
Well, and your question was,
Which one?
Which one you go? Exactly.
And he decides he's going to go to that one because
This is good.
he's halfway in between, and he makes a choice to go to Michigan. Better product and way better prices. Yeah, they definitely flooded the fucking market here.
Because a lot of people come from different states here.
So,
I have this one too.
what do you think of this? What do you think of this name for Deadhead? Because I don't think I'm going to call Deadhead if I put it on the market.
Wait, you're not what? You're just gonna keep
Okay.
it like the.
So up north, guy came down and he said that they turned into business the building, the architecture shit to the city and it got approved. So now they have to send the building up because they've already paid for the building. They just have to send the building up.
And erect it.
Erect it from Kentucky or Tennessee or some
Sure.
shit like that. So in my head, I'm trying to figure out: do I take Deadhead? I want to take Deadhead, and grow it in a commercial setting, but I don't want to call it Deadhead because I don't want to give. Because I don't know if it technically is Deadhead because the guy I got it from.
It's in limbo.
It's whatever you want to call it.
It's in limbo.
Now it's a business decision. Now you're not.
Yeah, because
Fuck
again,
off me.
Deadhead OG is a seed that's grown like it was. If it was Deadhead OG, it's from a seed that was grown from a company that grows them now. But if you buy the seeds now from the company, the chances of you getting what I have
It's my puppy that you smell.
are pretty fucking slim. Just due to
God, he's getting dense.
isn't he 70 pounds?
He's fucking dense.
He'll be 2 in a couple weeks.
Jeez. You haven't met Luna, have you?
I don't know.
No. I got a puppy.
So I'm thinking I came up with a name. Well, I didn't come up with a name. Someone else came up with a name. One of my patients. He said the 1% OG.
The 1% OG.
Yeah.
It's pretty white.
Isn't it?
I wouldn't have described it quite like that, but I can understand.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's the 1%. It's like what? For the elite? That's a pretty bold name. So all bullshit aside, if you're saying 1%, you are basically statusing yourself as like.
Well, I mean,
the strain.
The strain.
I'm listening.
But it is a connoisseur strain,
Yeah,
so it
there's a
can
lot of
fall
people
under
that
that
can't smoke
moniker.
it.
Yeah, it's a connoisseur strain, so
It's one of those ones that
it's deserving of the title.
People can't smoke Deadhead.
I have people who don't come to me because of it.
I love Deadhead. Dude, Deadhead and Volcano is like.
Because you're a damn deadhead. That's what
I
I
am a
love.
damn deadhead.
I'm a
Now it's
deadhead
harsh.
too. Huh?
Like the first 2 hits were fine.
You talking about the
Yeah, but since this
the
comes back
43?
around, now it's like super harsh.
Okay, now I need to actually review it. I didn't give any insight that way.
The 1% makes it sound more rare and more desirable. It could be more prestige. Well, that's the plan because I still want to do this idea. I want to do these. He called it the 1% cuts, but I think the connoisseur cuts is a better idea. I want to take the best tops from every canopy and take pictures of them, and then cut the top and leave all the shade leaves that are on
Yeah.
it. Not the shade leaves, but
yeah.
the sugar leaves, and dry it, without it ever touching, like always hanging. Design a jar like this, but big,
Well, you don't have to touch it with your hand.
to hold it. No, to where when it's curing, it's in this jar, and then you take the picture of the bud itself that you are in the jar, and so you'll have the actual that's something I think you would do. Like if you walked into a place and there was a jar sitting there and it had a bud hanging there with all its leaves on it, and a picture of the actual bud itself when it was alive.
That's what I would do. Yes.
Yes, like people that. So again, put the 1% in that, and then give it to one. And then it's the 1% of the 1% because the rest of it's all, whatever. It's off
Right.
in the normal public. But
Right.
this is the one where no one's touched it. No hands have literally. They popped off the big leaves and then they hung it. And then once it went in the jar.
Running by the stem.
Yep. So when you pop that leaf off, you're gonna see all the crystals you saw on it when the picture was
Originally.
taken. Yeah. That's my premise. I got that idea when I was cleaning up shit for competition. Because when you have it and you're popping off leaves it's just the way when you pop off that fucking leaf and there's all that that are still intact and they still have structure. Hey, compared to when it's done normally.
Right.
It's been touched, and then the structure kind of goes away. It looks pretty, but not anywhere close.
You big head.
Yeah, it's kind of like
We should just review it.
I don't like it.
What's your test thing again? I forgot how you status them out.
So it goes. I give it a 4.
You give it a
goes
4?
1 through 10. 5 being you're in a smoker circle. The premises is at 5. I'm hitting it. I'm not saying shit, just hitting it.
Damn.
Pass it on. At 6, I'm hitting it twice. I'm hitting it, and then I'm gonna sit for a second. I'm gonna hit it again. At 7, hitting it 3, 4 times. 8, then I'm microphoning it. Doing my thing, hogging it. And then 9, 10. 9 is I'm asking you what it is. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this? How'd you grow up? Blah blah. I'm curious. And then 10's never happened, but if it did, because
There can only be one. There can only be one 10.
If it's a 10, then I'll pay you $1,000.
Yeah, I want it. I want it. More than this.
There's not going to be a 10 because Deadhead's a 9.
This is very bland to me, and I might be because of all the additives to it, but
Well, they added terpenes to try to help with the flavor.
well, bro, I am stoned out of my mind right
Oh,
now.
I'm sure you are.
So,
He's out of his mind. I'm stoned out of my mind.
All right.
but I don't like the flavor of it.
No, it's really harsh,
No, it really is.
and that could be the tips.
But are you
These are big.
are you
tips, too.
43
So what are you
stoned?
giving it? Are you giving it a 4? Because again, a 4 now means I'm pretending to hit it.
10 is a height.
But see, here I am, babysitting it though 3 times where I've been sorry.
But you're
So I am
trying to-
dragging on it.
I know,
having
but the premise is you're in a circle, and some dude, I hand you one of my joints. Now, if it's a 4, I don't want to insult you, so I'll pretend to hit it.
But am I in a round robin system right now, or am I at a party?
At a party.
Oh, so I can just walk away if I wanted to without.
Yeah, that's
people-
what I'm saying. A 3
okay,
is,
that changes
a 3
everything.
is I'm not hitting it, I'm walking away.
Okay.
A 2 is I'm kind of fucking
What the fuck?
annoyed that you gave me this.
Okay.
What the
All right.
fuck?
So we're
Wanted
going
to
back
fucking
to
is
hit
this?
face. Yeah.
A 5 is where we're looking at it and
We're
saying,
just enjoying it. We just hit the joint, pass it around. It's
Yeah.
average. It's nothing special.
can I give it a 5?
Yeah, it's just average. Nothing special.
I'll give it a 5.5.
Oh.
because you hit it twice.
No. The 0.5 is because of all the little additives to it make it a great party joint.
Check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna get a lot of people high.
That's what I'm saying. Actually, you know what? If it was like, if you were going real scenario, because this is a very scenario drug right here. If we were at like going to a party, and they were gonna be like, dude, there are gonna be like 12 people there. I would be like, all right, I'm bringing this bad boy, and Steve and I are gonna go get a deadhead, and we're gonna go like stand over here, but I'm gonna bring this, and it is gonna be a 7.
Yeah.
Because everyone is gonna drag this.
Yeah, and they'll let them hit that. We can
Yeah, then we'll,
crush it.
you know.
Yeah.
Right.
So I give it a 7 for a party drug.
But to give you an example, Deadhead's on that level where if I take it to one of your, like that dude we golfed with that has the simulator, take it to a bunch of his friends.
Oh, dude, they just gone.
Yeah, one time. It'd be one joint going around and then buy it. Because again, it tastes good, so they're going to be excited because it's like, oh, that actually tastes good.
Something good.
Chris can keep up.
Yeah?
Oh, dude, he's got, like, he is the pothead, like, of high school. The guy that everyone was...
Your crowd?
Oh, no, like, no, I wasn't in his crowd.
Oh.
Every day they'd go out and smoke weed.
You didn't know? Bruce was a long-haired hippie that was not smoking weed. He was like a Christian kid.
I was Jesus.
Yeah.
Look at my eye. What?
I was pure
There, that's the shirt. What?
Pure Jesus, man. I grew up because my grandpa was a pastor. And so I grew up very, very...
Oh, I got you, right.
Very
right.
Baptist.
Yeah.
And then by the time I was in high school, I was, like, playing music and stuff. So I played music with church guys. And we played, like,
Right.
rock and roll
That's what you're
worship
supposed
music.
to do, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Rudy, what do you give it?
I give it about a 4.5.
Alright. Okay, so next one's lemon pound cake. Same fucking thing. It's flour, diamonds, distillate, and terpenes.
Lemon pound cake.
48.65 THC. CBD, nothing.
I forgot we had a second
Terpenes.
I should have put it down.
There was two. And there was two.
Let's do it.
Alright. So,
Isn't that what we're here for?
Yeah.
That's right.
yeah, it's the same thing. Just,
Do I hear water running?
it's my fucking dog's thing.
Oh, okay. Good. For a minute there, I said, what the fuck?
It takes, like, I forget to clean it, so then the water sound will go away. Because it doesn't really work very good.
Got you.
And I'll fucking clean it and it'll be like, oh yeah, it's back to being a fountain. Like it's supposed to be. I should use that now as my cue. Anytime I see the word cake, it's probably good stuff.
Lemon pound cake, baby.
I don't like cream.
Oh, I do.
I fucking hate cream. Whenever I taste cream, it doesn't ever come through to me. Like the flavor profile or palate, it doesn't hit my palate, so I can't taste it.
You just don't
No,
have a
I
trained
have a trained palate. I just
No,
can't
he's got
taste
some
it.
fucked up taste buds.
Yeah,
he
He
does.
doesn't know what he's talking
He got
about.
some, exactly.
I
Don't go to him for advice on flavor.
Never.
No.
hold on. Come to me if you
Because
don't
no,
taste
we'll
weed.
smoke like lemon pepper, and he won't get any of the lemon or pepper.
I'll get the pepper. That's all I'll taste.
Like we're looking like, ooh, this is so sweet, and like,
No, sweet doesn't come through.
nothing.
I know what sweet tastes like if there's nothing else with it. You get what I'm saying? Like I know, because you can have, because there can be a weed where there's not a lot of beta-carotene, so there's not a lot of pepper.
Oh,
There can be a weed where there's not a lot of, say, humulene or other things where it's mostly
different type
just
of
sweet.
terps. Yeah.
And I don't taste the sweet unless it's a jack sweet. If it's on that jack sweet level, then it really comes through to me. Then it's pronounced to where it's the only thing I taste. Almost tangy, not tangy, because tangy's sour.
Yeah.
It takes away the lemon.
The
Takes away
jack.
everything.
The jack.
Look at that brute of a fucking dog.
I know, man. It's ridiculous.
He just gets bigger every time I come over.
He's got an ear infection, so he had to go to the doctor to get his rabies shot anyway. And she went to go. He was like, at first, she had a hold of him.
How you doing, big boy?
And he was like, as soon as she put any pressure on him, like He went, oh boy. Just went straight to the fucking. I don't know what she's doing, but I'm scared. I need to like chill. I'm like, he is.
I took my dog for that same thing to the vet.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Didn't even move.
He gave me some drops to put in his.
Yeah, I gotta clean that out and put the drops in. He's gotta go back in 2 weeks to get checked. I think I'm gonna try to grow it out and have shithead do.
I've just been touching the dog. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick.
Shithead's not the right word.
What are you talking about?
I'm gonna let it go for a second. So, I mean, he's not gonna fucking watch the show. He never watches the show. Justin.
Yeah.
Norse braid my hair.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe get a Norse braid on the fucking.
Yeah.
On the beard.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's a thought.
Yeah.
I'm not petting you anymore.
Just for the winter.
I think it would.
I mean, it's gonna take a while if I want to do my hair. My hair is too fucking.
No, your hair goes fast.
It grows fast, but it grows too curly. It's like.
Go to Eric, man.
Well, I don't want to cut it. I want to braid it like a fucking Viking.
Really?
Yeah.
You with the Viking
I
look.
want to do the Viking on my beard.
But like your hair, you're gonna like what? Pull into a ponytail?
No, they do
No.
braids.
How do you braid your hair when it's that short?
I'm gonna let it grow out.
Excuse me.
Are you gonna like cornrow braid it, or are you gonna like?
No. I'm gonna go Viking style, which is. I don't know.
I don't know either. Viking style, it can mean a lot of things.
However, like that kind of like. I'm not gonna go. Let's put it this way.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm going the white people version of braids.
Yeah, I know. I got an idea what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying? Not cone rolls or anything like that. But yeah, it's harsh. I expected it to be harsh though. Oh, here comes Zoom Zoom.
But it definitely is different from the first one. The taste is different. It's a different taste to me. But
It's harsh.
I believe that everything in these fucking things
how's it
is
burn?
always harsh.
Is it dark?
No, it's fine. It's white.
The last
It's got
one
a
was
resin
harsh.
thing.
The last one was neutral.
It is. They're definitely different.
That one's way harsh on my lungs.
And another thing too. These considered pre-rolls.
Yeah.
They don't look that nice.
They stuffed them with.
They don't look that
distillate
nice.
and shit because it's bad weed. You get what I'm saying? It's like what they do is they grow something that gives them a. Because they actually, I wonder if the weed, because distillate and THCA are so fucking like high in THC. They literally could have like a 12% weed in there
Let me tell you something.
mixed in with this stuff and still get the 40.
It's not. They didn't pack this properly. It's not firm. The ones that I've gotten from dispensaries, it's firm. It wouldn't even do that. It's just firm.
It's just hooking.
It's packed in there better. It's not packed in there that good.
No, because I got a different brand too. I got a bunch. And smoked on the way home, same thing. I had my hand out the window and it like cuffed on me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like a full up, like, I don't know, 45-degree angle.
Get the fuck out of here on that. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, I was just sitting there like, and I had, because it was an inch and a half. So I had to like hold it midway through.
Right.
Like I'm hitting a bowl almost. That'd be good, but I would have rotated at a party. It's just too much in my lungs. Let me hit it again.
Blam.
Oh, sorry. What's wrong with you, hyper lady? Why are you so hyper? Stretching. I don't want that. It's too hard.
What's today?
What's a 3?
Oh, it's Thursday, right?
A 3 is I wouldn't hit it again. I just walk away.
Well, I did just hit
You hit it again, so it had to be a 3.5 or a 4.
Yeah, by law.
You just say 3.5 because 4 means you're faking it.
Well, you kind of are.
Yeah, you're just hitting it because it's
He just hit
there. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
he's
not-
right. He's hitting
If you were in a
it.
smoker circle,
I'll get it with a 3.5.
If you were in a smoking circle, you would have walked away already.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's
Good night.
yeah.
Pleasure
You'd
meeting
be like,
you.
I'm out. Have a nice day.
I'll finish it on.
See you tomorrow.
Bye, Mr. Pre-Roll.
That you can like taste whatever the additive
Yes,
is.
you can.
You can
Like a
taste it.
chemical,
Yes.
metallic
Yes.
type thing
Yeah.
coming through. Especially on this one. More so on this one than the first one.
That's like what I would want to give my high school neighbors. Like give her kid, be like, hey, just take this thing. You'll have a blast. Have the football team over. You guys can share this one.
Oh, and they think it's the greatest shit they ever seen.
Oh, it would be like godsend.
Yeah.
It's nothing better in the world than the first time you smoke weed.
Oh, I'll never forget the first
The
time.
first time I smoked weed, it was like a carnival. It was like a fiesta. It was unbelievable.
We didn't get high.
Huh?
We didn't get high.
I'm talking about the first time you did get high.
Oh, the first time I did get high? Honestly, I don't remember that, but I remember the first time I got high off my weed. The first time I smoked acid, my OG acid back in the day,
Acid.
and I smoked it, and it fucking, like, it wasn't just high, it was, like, on that next
He
level,
was out there.
and it just brought tears to my eyes. I was like, oh, I can do this.
Oh yeah, he was fucked up.
If I can get, because
He was fucked up.
I was high. I was like, this is
No,
different
you was
level.
fucked up. You were high.
Dude, OG acid that wasn't for the weak of heart.
He was fucked
There's
up.
another one. It wasn't very strong either in the THC level, but it's still like,
Dude, OG acid was harsh in all the best ways.
it hit you. Like a motherfucker. I wish I could find it. I'll never find it again.
You haven't had that in like what, 5 years?
Oh, it's gone.
Huh?
He told us
It's been more than that. It's been 8 years now.
8 years.
Yeah, it's been a while. I've had,
That's how long I've been smoking your weed.
because when I went to Amsterdam, I actually bought seeds of it there. It's
I
like,
remember that.
yeah, I told the lady, I was like, yeah, you guys are using my shit on the website. And the website there is different because it's in the Netherlands.
Right.
So, and it didn't have my pictures in the Netherlands one, but it had it on the American one. So it wasn't actually like I didn't actually get to show her, but
Yeah.
she still gave me 2 free seeds that turned into nothing. Just like all the acids I paid fucking tons of money for and shipped back. I shipped them back because they hadn't legalized hemp yet.
Right. Right.
That's a good point. After smoking stuff that's out now, I can't believe I got high off that old school seedy brickweed.
Good.
The Regos.
You did, and the thing is if you right now, there's some shit out there that some dude has that's some fucking Regos. You smoke it, it's gonna taste like shit, but you smoke it, it's gonna get you high, but the high's gonna last 10 minutes. It's like one of those. It's like a whack shit.
The best Regos.
But
The best Regos that were going around would get you fucked up.
yeah.
It would, but that was few and far between. Most Regos would just basically give me a headache.
Oh yeah. But
But,
again, I've grown some Regos.
but people still, I guess, I
You
guess,
have grown some Regos.
I guess it's still a market up for Regos. I guess. I don't know if anybody has Regos, but
The meanest I've ever been to Steve's growing was when you pull out a weed. We were just like going, like review. And he's like, "What about this one?" I smoke it. I'm like, "Oh." I'm like, pass. Comes around again. I smoke it again. I'm like, "Oh." It's like I give it a 2, and you just gotta go like this. I just looked at him. I was like, "Ooh, that was yours."
It happens.
Hey man, that's what I'm
Told
here
you,
for.
there's beds. I've
I
grown
mean,
some
you
shit.
gotta be honest about what your opinion is, if that's what your opinion is.
It's like 4 or 5 years ago. I don't remember what it was.
Not for Deadhead. I might not still be here
And 18.
at 18. Yeah.
How's the citrus one doing?
It'll be coming back. I mean, it's coming around. It'll be out in October.
Try to get some.
Yeah.
Or are you gonna bring some
And it'll be around time. It'll be out to that. It'll be about the time we start playing our league.
I'm getting cortisone injections into my back before we go play 4 rounds of North.
I know. It's a lot.
It's a hell of a lot of golf.
So, my buddy Shelly fucking closed on his house he bought off his sister, and they told him it was going to be $800 a month. And it's not. It's $1,600.
Twice that, huh?
It's like, Jesus Christ. It's fucking crazy. Like, I cannot believe... It's good that maybe the taxes are involved. Because taxes are pretty high in this area. It's, like, that dude's going to be paying a lot. It's like 7 mils.
That dude.
Huh?
What dude you
The dude across the street.
Oh, it's building a new house.
Yeah, $380,000 house.
Yeah.
That's 7 mils. That's a lot. A lot of fucking tax. Every year for a road that has a fucking hole at the end of it.
Well, but the house itself is
Not gonna be. In 3 years, is it gonna be worth $380,000? Maybe. But if there's a crash, no fucking way.
380.
But you don't
That's what that
understand.
new house went for.
You don't understand. All these houses are going to end up being that.
I at some point, yeah.
Yes. I saw it in Birmingham. Birmingham was full of houses just like this.
Royal Oak too.
Yep, just like this. And then all of a sudden, one person built up.
I know.
Lake Orion.
Yep.
Same thing's happening.
You don't think I've thought about that? How much does it cost me to tear this house down and rebuild it? Not that much. I'm already hooked up to the fucking water. Like, it just got hooked up to the water.
Well, that's what you're saying, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're looking at, with the mortgage payment, $130,000 probably, and then you flip it for $380.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could probably pull 200 off this.
That's what you
No,
do.
and not off of this. But if I, why
No,
would
no,
I
no,
do?
I'm saying flipping it.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Profit.
yeah. If you built a new house like that, where it's got 2 stories, a garage, a built-in garage,
Yeah.
you know.
So now it's 1, 2, what's it, 4 of them on the street?
Yeah, because there's 2 at the end of the street. They took one
And then
lot. One lot, put 2 of those houses on it.
And there's one, but halfway down that block, and this was 4 of them.
Yeah. I think the person that sold, because the dude at the end sold their house.
And this guy's enlarging this house right here too, right next to this guy.
Either that or they moved out and they're going to do the same thing they did there.
Because they made that house bigger.
That house has been that size. They just did it nice.
Oh, okay.
They just like put all new
Made it look
siding.
better, yeah.
They're all in, they're ripping out the inside.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it was like at one point they had made it into a fucking duplex.
Oh.
And put a fucking, like a big staircase that went up to a door.
Oh, okay.
Some like 1970s shit.
to make it into a 2-family.
Yeah. Doc does the dance. Just a hazy dance.
Yowzum, yowzum, yowzum.
But yeah, but then I'd have to be able to go somewhere else while it's all being done.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So what does it take?
Same looks like this. If
It
I
takes
was-
about 2 months to do it.
Honestly, it'd probably be better just to put a fucking, just add it upstairs.
Yeah.
Got the whole thing, add a top,
Yeah. That's
put
what
a
you do.
garage.
That would make it a lot cheaper to do. Yeah, you have to put in some reinforced here and there, you know, certain areas.
You can even maybe add the garage. No. No.
But no, you could definitely go up another story.
I know there's plenty of houses that have done it. It's amazing the houses in this neighborhood when you're walking through. Like, they look like houses from like what you would think a hobbit would live in. Like seriously. And it's like there's no fucking way.
But
Peace out, Mike. I'm sure he's gone already. No one out there? So, but I didn't know people, they just look like houses that are from like the farm. So it's like, was this house a farmhouse? No, it's not. It's a house that was out in fucking, I don't know, on the east side of Detroit, and it was brought over here and put here. Like, people moved houses into this neighborhood. Like, literally lifted a house and moved it across the city to bring it here. Imagine that. Imagine taking, like, the house you live in right now, which is a nice house, being like, I just want to move it. I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it. I'm going to get it lifted and I'm going to put it on another basement.
They do it all the time.
That's insane.
Nah.
They move houses all the time.
That's insane.
I mean, they do old houses now. Like, they've done it with shit that...
Any house. They move any house, man. My friend with that barn I told you about, where my band used to play at, out there in Farmington Hills. That barn used to be at 8 Mile and Grand River. He stays at Middle Belt and 13. And he paid to move it. He had pictures of it as they were moving along, and he had to go up and down hills and shit with it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I would just build a new house.
No, this is a barn.
Yeah, this was just... It's
This is Henry Ford's barn.
Yeah, it's a historic thing.
Yeah, historic.
That's why.
Yeah, they gave him $50,000 to move it, but it cost him $150,000 to do it. But yeah, it's crazy, ain't it?
It's cool.
That's crazy. Yeah. I've been in Henry Ford's mistress house.
Mistress house?
Yeah, because you know the Fords lived on St. Clair.
You did.
Off Jeff. Did you try this one?
Is this yours?
Yeah.
What is this?
Deadhead.
Excuse me. I'm barking like a dog.
Hey, toy. Grab your toy, lady.
What? You smell the female puppy on me?
Alright, but no kisses.
It's a dog's world. Snoop Doggy Dog.
He's not gonna play with you. He's not gonna play with
This
you.
is just
I got you.
significantly better.
Huh?
It's just significantly better.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have the tip.
So yeah, he lived on Lake St. Clair, over off of Jefferson. Like he had one of those, because where Art Van lived,
Yeah.
in that area is
Yeah.
where Ford lived. But he had in Grosse Pointe Farms, his mistress had a house. It was a small little, it compared to the area, it was a smaller house, but they were gutting it.
Yeah.
They were gutting the
About
whole thing.
redoing that
The whole
motherfucker.
thing being gutted, and it was going to be all brand new.
Yeah,
modern,
redo the whole
walked in,
thing.
Had no idea this house had been built in 1920.
Jeez.
You know what I'm saying? Like you would, on the outside you could tell it looks like a house built in 1920.
Because from
But
the
you walk in,
inside,
you'd be like, holy shit, this is modern as fuck. We did a coke house. That's over in off of 8 Mile. 8 Mile kind of ends and turns into another road, like just a regular street. It keeps going next to a golf course, and then in the subdivision, there's this giant house. It's like, I think it's like 3,000 square feet each floor, and it's a basement, a main floor. It might even be 4. No, it's 3.
3-story.
3-story. They gutted all of it and redid the whole thing. Hey, it was $2 million to do the fucking top floor. It was $2 million to do the middle, and like $1 million to do the basement. The fucking like this room right here was a fucking granite or marble countertop that had a built-in stove because it had like 2 stoves or ranges, sinks on this side, and it had it on this side too with a hood.
Of course.
It had a special
Gourmet kitchen.
biggest fucking kitchen I ever seen. I didn't
Gourmet
see the rest
kitchen.
of the house, but it was, dude,
Yeah.
unfucking believable.
Yeah,
Fucking space, like so much space. I need more space than what I have. Granted, I do. I need
That's
more.
a deal.
I do need more space than what I have.
But you don't want that much space, though.
I don't want that much fucking space, man. That's so much space. Like they got a movie theater. Like there's 4,000 or 3,000 square feet on each level.
Yeah.
And the top level is just bedrooms.
Yeah.
It's 4 master bedrooms. The bottom main level is where all the living is, and then the basement they have fucking
Entertainment
theater
and shit,
yeah. Like
Sounds like a winner.
Tom worked on that house many times too. Tom, because the guy that owned the company Tom worked at lived right across the street. He was another one of those dudes. That area is fucking money.
Yeah.
Like unbelievable amount of money. In
Big
that
money.
Spot. Not even big money. It's old money. It's different. It's not big. It's old. I don't even know if that makes sense.
Well, like Ford money is old money.
Yeah, a lot of these people are like fifth generation. Money.
Right. Money's been around.
Over on the east side when you get into the rich areas over
They're,
there. Grosse Pointe Woods and Grosse Pointe Farms.
Oh yeah, that's old money, man. That's old money.
That's where all the people from Edison and shit went.
All the big time
Palmer Park.
heads. Because for years, Grosse Pointe was considered the third or fourth richest community in the United States. For years.
Oh shit.
That's not surprising.
Where you drive down Jefferson in the summertime, you see those little white caps and all those sailboats out there. You think you're in California. You do for a minute because it looks like you're driving
Those are beautiful
up the
houses.
coastline, you know?
Especially the ones that are on the inn, where the road's on the more on the water. Those are
Yeah, on that side.
yeah, when they're on that side, there's some fucking big ass houses.
Oh, yeah, mansions. You have mansions.
Dude, I can't even imagine like living in a house that big. It'd be so much to keep up with cleaning.
You have to pay someone.
No, you don't have a house that
I pay
big.
someone to clean my house, and it's too much.
You don't have a house like that, and you're cleaning it. 'Cause
That's what I'm saying.
that defeats the whole purpose.
That's my mom. We pay her monthly Medicare.
Yeah.
She pays my house, cleans our house on Fridays.
There you go.
She doesn't like deep cleaning. She just comes over, does the basics,
Hey,
and we cover her Medicare.
sounds like a good arrangement to me.
Ching, like everybody wins.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's too much. But then again, if
So what's not too much? 3,000 square feet, 2,000 square feet, what?
no, about 1,500, 2,000 probably.
It's got to be at least 2,000.
And again, it depends on the level of wealth and how many people are living. You
Mine's
know,
3,400.
because I'd rather have a smaller house on property
Yeah.
with other smaller houses within, not on the same lot. I don't want to see your fucking house, but within.
Shouting distance,
Yeah, type shit. Like that would be more. I'd rather do that and have a big ass barn. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't need a house. I sleep in my house.
Mine is just like a giant open floor plan. Like, so
Yeah.
if this is my house, like my kitchen
Oh,
is
dude, it's
here.
huge.
I have a living room here, or a
Dude, it's
kitchen table here, and then a
great
living
kitchen
room
to
here,
work in.
and then it's just open.
Open, yeah.
Open. Like I could throw a ball and hit from one side to the other.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, it's great. It's a nice house.
But it's like I can't even imagine trying to clean it. Like
Yeah,
anything larger than that.
yeah. I feel you.
I have a buddy who lives in a house with I have two buddies that live in a house with 2 staircases.
Damn.
What the fuck you need 2 staircases for?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you have a buddy who had a fucking barn that was Henry Ford, so don't talk.
And I will tell you something. It's got a fireplace that you can sit in. The fireplace is so big. It's inside.
In the barn?
Yes.
That's what I want. That's
It's absolutely
what you want right
It's
there.
absolutely beautiful, man. And then you walk through this narrow hallway. There's a big entertainment room. You got a stage in there and tables and chairs and stuff. Then you go downstairs. Well, you can go upstairs and you can look down at everybody. Then you go downstairs in the basement. He had a full basement.
So it was like a place he would have shindigs.
He did.
No, I'm talking Ford himself.
Yeah.
Because they brought it the exact same over and kind of replicated it, didn't they?
Yeah, but what they did was, the reason why he got the burn is because they had the Henry Ford house that was originally there. His parents bought it and left it to him.
Okay.
So when the barn came up available, that's why he gave him first shot at it.
Oh, because the barn.
Because they already had the house.
Yeah, they already had one of his houses.
Right.
Yeah.
So what they did, they set the barn at a whole brand new basement with a tunnel that goes from the barn to the house.
That's
so in
awesome.
the wintertime, you don't even have to go outside.
That's sweet.
It's sweet.
That's the shit right there.
I'm supposed to start back playing darts. I play darts with them every Monday. But during COVID, I stopped playing. I don't do it. I don't
This
go back to
motherfucker
playing.
claims he's like a fucking hustler when it comes to darts.
Well,
I suck at darts.
you
Oh,
do?
yeah,
Oh, I
horrible.
suck so bad.
You're
It's
pretty
not
good.
dartboard in
horrible.
my
I just
office.
don't do it, so I don't.
I had a dartboard in my office, and it was just the wall was just.
Well, yeah, I'm from Washington, D.C. Darts are big in D.C. And that's when I first started playing darts. Then I didn't play for like 20, 30 years.
But once I
Then I started
once you
playing
get your
again.
rhythm.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm good, thank you.
Did you ever
Yeah.
go to the Henry Ford house? They had no Etzel. Etzel Ford had a compound out off of M59 out there in White Lake area.
I've never been there.
Well, they turned it into a park. I think it's a state park
Uh-huh.
in White Lake, but it was his
Well, his
compound
shit, yeah.
with horses and everything. But the house was up on the hill on the highest point,
Of course it was.
and now it's just because some kids burnt it down like
Oh, shit.
in the '90s or some shit like that.
Yeah, they just...
And all that's left now is kind of the frame and the fucking half-ass, or half of the big-ass fucking, fireplace.
Oh, like where the chimney is shit.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
chimney
yeah,
was,
yeah.
yeah.
That's usually what's left.
Yeah, and then there was a pool. This motherfucker was on the highest point, and then down the hill there was an actual in-ground pool.
Yeah.
Talking about Etzel Ford, dude. We're talking like 1930s.
Cash money,
Yeah.
man.
Out in the middle of nowhere.
It-
There's nothing else out this way in the 30s.
You should
Except
imagine
for
how cheap it was back then.
Oh man, the land?
The land,
Yeah,
the
all-
labor,
Everything.
everything. These guys are making $5,000-$10,000 a day
Yeah, they
back then.
banking. They were. I mean, it's no different than. I mean, is it any different than what's going on now? They just buy everything and just say, "Well, it's not my sector, so."
I think that's where the term.
monopoly.
I think that's where the term tycoon was originated. A tycoon.
Well, that was the fucking steel and oil guys, or steel and
the industry
coal.
dudes.
Steel and
Industry
coal,
dudes.
yeah. railroad too.
Yep. The railroad was really big.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. He'll keep trying.
Yeah, man, the railroad was a mother, man. Oh, man. Yeah, the railroad was fatal to the Indians and the buffalo.
Yeah. I mean, it should be something that we have more of now. Like car industry kind of fucked this area hard.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like, we can't, like, the fact that we don't have a train to go from here to Chicago
Yeah, we do.
in an hour.
This goes from
It's not every hour, but
No,
yeah.
in an hour. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
The trains exist now. There are trains in this world where you can go from fucking Chicago to Chicago in an hour.
I just heard something a couple of weeks ago about you trying to put a fast rail train between here and Chicago.
Aren't they electric? They don't even use fuel. They use electric because they do it. It's basically like the top of the dragster,
Yeah.
the electric magnets. So it doesn't even use fuel.
It's a maglev.
Yeah. Look at. Oh, it doesn't make any sense how the shit that we actually should have.
I think they said they're working on a proposal to put a train in that goes from Detroit to Chicago. And it's supposed to go 160 miles an hour.
damn.
I mean,
In other words, you could live in Detroit and work in Chicago.
Or vice versa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, without a doubt.
Or you can just go
And a lot of people would
eat
do
dinner
that.
in fucking Chicago.
That's right. You can have breakfast in Detroit and dinner in Chicago.
Yeah.
And be back in Detroit again for breakfast.
I mean, even if it was just a competent rail system like Europe has, where like we could, I was thinking about it. We're talking about vacations, and I'm like, what I really want to do, all I want to be able to do, vacation-wise, is be able to get on a plane and go to fucking Amsterdam, hang out in Amsterdam for a couple of days and come home. Cause like, Amsterdam to me is one of those places, unless I'm like, Drake rich, then it's different. Spend a month in Amsterdam. Fuck
No
it.
shit. It's different.
I'll bring my friends.
I'll bring my friends. But if it's not, no, I'm good. If it's not Drake Rich, then it's like 2 or 3 days, 4 days. I'm good. I've done my walking. I've seen the things I want to see.
Good.
I'm ready to go back and smoke my weed.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Not drop $1,000 on weed that's not my weed.
I got you. So, but that means that you're going to be spending a lot of time flying.
It's 6 hours from New York.
Okay. So
That's
from
it.
here to New York is what, 45 minutes or an
Yeah.
hour? So altogether we look at 7 hours.
Yeah.
Altogether, right?
Which is nothing in a plane.
Really?
Compared to the fucking flying to
It just
Sweden.
depends on who you're asking. Yeah.
Or if you're flying to fucking, say if you're going to goddamn fucking Australia, it's fucking like 2 days.
Say, Elise is on a plane like 10 times a month, so for her, no big deal.
Yeah.
Or again, I'm just saying, to me, it's like an.
Okay, so
then you can have-
give me a rough idea. Deal how much that would cost you to go do what you're gonna do and come back. What do you think you'd be spending?
$5 to $6 grand per person.
Okay.
What, to just go on vacation, smoke something, and come back?
To go to Amsterdam, it probably cost, I'd say about right now $1,200 a ticket each person.
Yeah.
And then there's a hotel you can stay in cheap, so I could stay there for $500. But it's me and my wife, and we smoke like idiots.
Yeah.
So we're looking at $2 grand at least.
Yeah, I would stay at a higher end
then you got
hotel and just
food.
not have to keep up with the smoking.
Then the food too,
Like there would be a.
because that's another reason to go to Amsterdam. You go to Amsterdam. I want to go to Amsterdam because I've never in my life ever eaten mayonnaise that ever tasted like that. And I can't find it here.
What?
It doesn't exist in the United States.
These ain't mayonnaise?
I swear to fucking God, man. They do these things where they just put the fries in the fucking cone and you can get sauces on it and shit, like different stuff on it, gravy or cheese and onions, and you get like all these different toppings. But then they'll also just mayonnaise and mustard or mayonnaise and ketchup. The mayonnaise tastes different. It is fucking amazing on a fry. I've never in my life eaten mayonnaise
That's
on
a
a
bold
fry here,
statement.
but there I did it and it was like,
You liked it.
I
This
always
is-
eat mayonnaise on my fries.
this is heaven.
Damn, you
I'm
liked
like,
it.
this is
I'll
good.
tell you what.
But I'm just saying the food in general, the fucking Bonner Doner, the Doner or whatever, Doner or whatever. It's a fucking, it's shaved meat and the fucking pita.
Okay.
That there is, like there was a place that had the sauces, which are the best part about it, like with the meat and shit. It's like some vinegary sauces or whatever the fuck they are, whatever they got there. And they're, I can't find that here. Like I can find the food, but it's
It's not the same.
I was in Rome, and my cousin was just like, "Yo, go check out this pizza place. It's like a hole in the wall. There's no seating room, and it's like a glass, in front of you where they are just making pizzas from a grab oven all day.
Gotcha.
And it is, you don't get to choose anything. It is pure artist choice. So they are making any pizza, and you have like one of 10 options at any given moment.
Oh, I got you.
There's never just the plain cheese or just plain pepperoni. So I got one, and it had like the weirdest shit on it. I had a mouthgasm. I will never in my life ever have pizza as good as this. It had cranberries on it, and then mustard or something like that.
oh my god, it sounds amazing with the fucking goat cheese or something.
And it had goat cheese on it.
Oh god, it
And
sounds
the
good.
crust was just like everything you would want in a crust, from this like crunchy exterior that just immediately turned into like dough
Yeah.
as you're eating it, and they're about yay big. And I mean,
Why are you doing this? to
See,
me?
That and a bagel from New York. I don't know what people say. I don't care what it is. A New York bagel is just better than any other bagel.
I didn't have a bagel when I was there. I should have. I didn't even think about it. But Sweden has a place that makes a pizza. It's obviously not the same as Rome, but it was
pizza.
I know, but it was on that level where this place is super famous for, and it's like they different in the sense that you get to choose, but it's like just slopped on stuff on bread that's then cooked in a fucking real quick in a no, not a pan. It's cooked in a fucking with fire and shit.
Yeah.
Literally, one dude, all he does is make sure the fire doesn't go out.
Right.
And then everyone else is just flopping these things on there.
That's what this place was.
Takes a second, brings it out. But this place is one of those, like, it was a small place in Linigo, which is the equivalent of Grosse Pointe Woods, for example, outside Detroit. It would be that kind of suburb of Stockholm. And it was real small, but real famous. People knew about it. Like Louis, I guess you would say. Everyone knows about it. You've heard of Louis, right? Over there, the Detroit style. Or Buddy's. Buddy's is one everyone knows. Something like that.
Right.
Well, I guess there's a family in Sweden that's kind of like the Kardashians of Sweden, and they showed up at this place, and it was a small like hole in the wall, and ever since the people showed up and they put them on TV, they just
been moving.
Yeah, and I think even before they
blowed
showed
up.
up, it was one of those places at the lineup door, but.
They blowed up real good.
Well, first time I went there, Pella's place had like a couple storefronts, not even open, but they were building them. Because it's like where he bought a condo or whatever it is. It's like on this, he just built that. They put a fucking 20-story building next to the water. And that's where they moved. They put themselves in the fucking storefront right on the water. So when you go to eat it too, you can literally sit right up next to the water in this caged-in thing. That kind of keeps you protected from the wind.
Got you.
But you're next to the fucking water watching ships go by and shit. And Sweden's also that kind of place where they keep blankets. Because it's always fucking kind of cold. So you just be like, can I get a blanket? And they'll bring out a little blanket and put the blanket on.
Get the fuck out of here.
I didn't do it.
What's up with Pella?
Oh, I just talked to him. I gotta have a conversation with him because I've got some shit in my head that's like I need to either confirm it or get it out of my head because it annoys the shit out of me. The flushing of weed, man. Like it doesn't make any fucking sense what people say about not giving because what the premise in cannabis culture is that near the end of your plant's growth cycle, you need to when it's gonna get cut down, you need to flush it. Because if you don't flush it, then the nutrients that are in the leaves or in the bud itself is going to taste bad. It doesn't.
I think it depends on what kind of newts you're using.
Again, correct, because epigenetics says that every situation is going to cause the plant to vary in different situations. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
So, but the point is that the cells themselves don't store salt like that. Like when it builds a cell, it doesn't store the salt, and even if it did, it doesn't come out of it. Like their thought is, if I drain the plant, the dirt of soil or nutrients, I flush it out, and there's no more nutrients in the soil, then the plant's going to use the nutrients in its leaves to then. I don't know. It's gonna then go out so that way you don't taste it. I don't know. I guess that's the premise. If you think about flushing, they're trying to.
That's what flushing means.
Yeah, but that's not how it works. What happens is a plant uses the nutrients in the leaves and uses it to build more of itself anyway.
Well, the plant's only going to accept a certain amount of water anyhow.
No, that's not my point. My point is that when the nutrients are stored in a leaf. Because that's what a plant does. It uses the leaves for two things. It uses it to create energy, or to suck in the energy, generate the stuff it's generating, and then it also, after the leaf gets to the point where it can't do that very efficiently anymore, it becomes a storage. And then when the plant gets to a point where it doesn't even get any light at all, it uses up the nutrients in it and it kills it off. That's what a plant does naturally. on most things.
Right.
So, if the plant uses all the nutrients in the leaves, it's using the nutrients in the leaves to then build more of itself. It's not flushing it out into its roots. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't go out. It only comes in. It doesn't, like, when you read the science, when you read the science...
No, it doesn't come out.
That's my point.
It doesn't come out. It doesn't.
Then it goes into the fucking bud, so then you're still smoking the nutrients, technically. It doesn't go away.
But you've dimmed it.
No, you haven't.
Yes, you have.
How have you dimmed it?
They did experiments, man. They did experiments. I watched a special about it. They did experiments.
Okay.
With similar plants that were grown together, and they fleshed one and then they fleshed the other one.
I know. Tom has talked about it.
And then they ran tests.
Okay.
And I'm just telling you. And I've seen it myself.
Then they over-newt their shit.
There we go.
That's not the point. The
There
point
we
is
go.
you don't have to cut it off if you're doing it properly. Because what's happening is if you're giving the plant everything it needs, then the plant's technically just doing what it's supposed to do. If you're overfeeding it, it doesn't produce the same terpene profile. It doesn't produce the same amount of
Okay,
bud.
all right.
It doesn't do all the same things as it should.
I understand that.
So that's where you get the bad taste. It's not storing extra nutrients from the soil in its own flesh. That's not how plant cells work. And even if it did, again, it doesn't go out. I mean,
No.
it does, like,
That's just a term that's used.
it'll evaporate out the fucking, I guess.
That's just a term. It's not coming out of the root, no. That's just a term.
Well, it is evaporating moisture.
Oh yes, it's always doing that.
Yeah, yeah. It does come out.
Oh, hello.
It does come out the leaf, but that's not my. It's still using the newts into the bud. My point is, it doesn't store nutrients that way. It doesn't bring excess nutrients into its cells. It only brings what it needs to create what it needs to create and create the storage that
And where's the rest of it go?
it stays in the soil. It only brings in what it wants. And half the shit it's bringing in is shit that bacteria is giving it and microorganisms and stuff. You're basically flooding it, but it only lets in what it's going to let in. If you overflood it, then it's going to cause the plant to die out. That's different.
Yeah, there's a limit to
Yeah,
flushing.
it's different. But if you're feeding it properly,
No, there's a limit to it.
yeah, I know. But if
For
you're
sure.
feeding it properly, my point is yes, your weed may taste better, but it may only be because you're stressed the fuck out of it. Hey, come on.
Get back, bitch.
They're on the go, aren't they?
Go out there and get them. Go out there and get. Hey, no, not you. Go put it.
I'm surprised they haven't knocked that over.
When you stress a fucking plant out, it causes different reactions. So it might be the reaction that gives you the flavor you want to get. That could be very much the possibility. But you're probably losing growth. Because again, you're stressing the plant out by not giving it food. Well, a plant gets used to what it's used to. It gets used to a life it's supposed to have. And when things don't go right, it has different mechanisms to protect itself and
So
make sure
what-
it produces life.
So what about a plant that grows wild?
What about
Outdoors?
it uses the soil. The soil itself feeds a plant. Plants don't eat. They don't really do much to the soil. They actually live off the microbes that are in the soil.
Right.
A plant doesn't survive. A tree doesn't survive unless there's a
It does the
microbe.
microbes and photosynthesis.
They need that. No, they need it to break down the soil. They can't break down soil. They can't break down nitrogen. They need the bacteria. You need the bacteria to break the nitrogen down for you. That's the only way the plant actually absorbs nitrogen that's in the soil, like naturally. So, say, like bat guano and things like that.
I was going to say that. Bat guano.
Things
or
of that nature.
Worms,
when you break it down to a concentrate, because again the bacteria eats the nitrogen, and then it farts out somewhat nitrogen in a different form that the plant then uses. So if you can just
energy.
create the fucking bacteria fart, then the plant will then absorb it. You know, but it's not gonna fucking take it any differently. It's not gonna. It's like you drinking fucking an alcoholic beverage or a fucking soda pop. Your body doesn't know the difference in the sense that it processes it as sugar. The alcohol definitely spikes you a little bit, but the reality is your liver processes it the same way.
Yeah, but
The same with sugar and fucking ice cream and sugar and everything. Anytime you get high doses of sugar, your body processes
it's going to
it.
affect the motor system some though.
Yeah, it actually gives you a spike of energy. Because it's instant energy. It's like giving yourself a kick of Coke.
Kick of Coke.
Oh, I love Coke.
A kick of Coke.
I've never tried it. I knew I would like it, so
I've never done Coke in my life, but I've done bath salts.
I've never done that.
Bath salts? Oh, it was fucking weird.
Didn't you do the one that makes you hallucinate for hours?
Synthetic cocaine, yeah.
No, the
Oh,
weed one, the one that was
salvia.
Oh
Salvia,
yeah, I did salvia.
You did-
Fuck
you
yeah,
did
I
it?
salvia.
Yeah, tell them the story.
Oh my god. So I had never smoked weed at this point in my life. Let's preface with that. And I'm not making any of this up. So they make a bong out of a plastic bottle, right? And then they take the aluminum foil. and-
Right, I know what you're talking about.
So I hit this thing twice in a row, and it's just like, oh. My buddy Eric comes up to me and goes like, "Whoa." And I think he's King Arthur. And he pulls out a sword. Rudy, and as he's going like this, there's a sword. This whale in 2D cartoon blue, like.
Oh, you tripping. Oh, yeah,
It
you.
comes swimming around, and
Yeah.
Eric goes like this and chops it in half.
Yeah, you.
His girlfriend comes up, she's like, Eric, can't just stop. And I'm like, it's going to be
Oh, yeah.
I thought the whole thing was so funny.
You
I was
tripping.
drooling all over.
Yeah, you
myself.
tripping.
Oh, it was phenomenal. It was awesome.
It didn't last long though, right?
Say what?
How long did it last?
Like 45 seconds at most.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a bump of cocaine real quick in the weirdest of ways.
Yeah, that sounds weird. But it's real when you're in it.
Oh, it was very much real when I was in it.
it's real when you're in it.
Yeah, while it was happening, I was just like,
Oh, yeah.
like vivid enough that I can clearly remember exactly what was
Everything
going
that
on.
happened.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I've had a few of those.
Yeah.
I've had a few of those, man.
Alright, nice.